How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash that like button and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk Earl the Truth Spence, Jr., the WBA, WBC, and the IBF 147-pound champion from DeSoto, Texas. He just talked to the news recently, and if you guys haven't heard, he says and I quote, "I don't believe in tune-ups." Spence said. He says, "Nah, I'm saying they're not with my pedigree. Fighting someone I know I'm supposed to be, and I know it's a showcase fight. I'm still going to train hard, but I'm not going to train as hard if I'm fighting a top dude with a name." You know what I'm saying. Wow. So he's saying, and I feel like the fans deserve it too. They don't want to see me fight a bum dude or a showcase fight. They want to see me fight the best of the business. That's what Spence said, man. He doesn't want any tune-up fights. So what that means is it's only two or three guys that's on the I guess you could say in line to fight Earl Spence, or in that radar, and I feel like, or that's on Earl Spence's radar, and I feel like number one is definitely Terrence Bud Crawford, the WBO 147-pound champion. The only belt that's left that Earl Spence doesn't have is the Terrence Crawford belt, which is the WBO belt that Terrence Crawford has held for many years now, since he beat Jeff Horn. And yeah, man. So the other fighter I would say it'd be Keith one-time Thurman, which was a former WBC champion. Okay, and I believe he had the WBA belt as well. So he was a unified champion at one time. But we all know Keith Thurman, man, hasn't really been the same, or hasn't fought really like that top level since before the Manny Pacquiao fight. I'm gonna just say before, because in that Manny Pacquiao fight, I didn't see that aggression that I used to see. That one-time Thurman punch. It's supposed to be one time, one punch to get you out of there. That's what Keith Thurman was banking on, that one time. A lot of people were getting memorized by some of the knockouts we seen from Keith Thurman. But once you get this step up in level of competition, we stop seeing those knockouts. We stop seeing, Keith Thurman be that dangerous fighter that we knew he was in his prime. And I'm not saying that Keith Thurman isn't in his prime, but I'm just saying with injuries and with him, with layoffs, it could help or it could hurt him. We just got to see. But I know his last performance against Barrios, where Tank Davis knocked him out. Yes, Gervonta Davis is at a lower weight class, but Gervonta Davis has special power. One-time Thurman we thought had special power, but they fought the same guy with different results. Keith Thurman, which is at 147 pounds, fought Barrios while he was moving up. And I just feel like Mario Barrios is a good fighter, but if Tank Davis can get him out of there, why you can't get him out of there? And you're at a heavier weight class, and you've knocked out guys that are in your weight class or higher. So I just feel like Keith Thurman, definitely needed that Barrios fight to shake off some rust, because it's been a while. But Keith Thurman definitely, I believe he could fight, Earl Spence Jr., and I believe it could be a competitive fight. And then third on the list, you guys, you got Jaron Boots Ennis. Yeah, man, Jaron Boots Ennis. A very dangerous fighter from Philadelphia, PA. undefeated fighter right now. He's been known for a lot of putting on a lot of fans, fan friendly. He's got a fan friendly style. He was the 2014 National Golden Gloves champion, and in 2015, respectfully, he's 25 years old. He's 5'10". And like I said, he's at the welterweight division, and he's 29-0 with 27 big wins by way of knockout. He's got a KO ratio of 90%. And he's only done about 79 rounds. So I guess you could say. Some would say that, I guess you could say that he hasn't been in there for a whole lot of rounds like some of the other guys, on this list. And I just think, Jaron Boots Ennis, he's young, hungry, but he's ready. I believe Jaron Boots Ennis is ready. I believe he's ready to fight Errol Spence. I believe he's ready to fight Terrence Crawford. It's just all about who gives him the opportunity to fight, okay? And like I said, I said Jaron Boots Ennis only has 79 rounds total in his fighting career. I was just looking it up, and Errol Spence Jr. has 142 rounds. So more professional rounds for Errol Spence Jr. He's been a professional longer. And you guys got to understand, man, Jaron Boots Ennis just became a professional in 2016. Errol Spence became professional all the way back in 2012. So he's got a 4-year advantage over Jaron Boots Ennis. But Jaron Boots Ennis is not only, fast paced with, them matching him up and stuff like that right now. I believe it's just ready. He's 29-0. He's got a, really good record. He's 29-0. Errol Spence is 28-0. And eventually these guys are going to have to fight, man. These guys are going to have to fight, man. Errol Spence is ranked number 2 in the welterweight division by BoxRec. They got Terrence Crawford number 1. Then they got Ugas number 3. Virgil Ortiz number 4. We all know Virgil Ortiz is going to be fighting Stanionis coming up. And then you got Jaron Boots Ennis right there at number 5. Another PBC alum is Cody Crowler. And you got Keith Thurman, PBC as well. Keith Thurman was number 7. Number 8, Stanionis. You guys know he's with Pro Bellum, I believe. David Ivanesian. He can pretty much fight on any network, like we just seen. He fought on Black Prime and lost to Terrence Bud Crawford. He's at number 9. And at number 10, I didn't think I would see this guy on number 10. It's a surprise favorite, but he did make the top 10. I'm not sure how he made the top 10 because of all of his allegations, but I know you guys aren't going to believe who I'm going to say in this last in the top 10 list at welterweight. This is what BoxRec is saying. This is not my top 10, but this is what BoxRec is saying, and they go by number analytics and stuff like that. But they got Conor Benn, actually. They got Conor Benn number 10. So it's a lot of fighters at that top level. And you guys all know Conor Benn is number 10, but I think he'll fall from that. He's gonna be suspended and for juicing. And yeah, man. So this is the list. These are the fighters that Errol Spence has to choose from in the top 10. And I believe that there's a good, that's a good list. That's a really good list. I really truly believe that, with this list being said, and all of the guys that are on this list, I feel like the guy that has the closest, I think the guy that can give Errol Spence the most trouble right now that's on this list is Terrence Bud Crawford. Second in line, I would put Jaron Boots Ennis. And then third in line for difficulty level would be Keith One-Time Thurman. But it's all about styles, make matchups. And, right now, both guys are, very, very stylistically, they're very good. So you can't take anything away from any of these guys. They get at the top level, you're at the top 10. you're not a one-dimensional fighter. I feel like, if you're going to be in that top 10 right now, the guys that I see in the top 10 would be ready to fight. Earl Spence, I feel like, with the phone call. But they got to get that opportunity, and it's on Earl Spence to see who he fights next. If Terrence Crawford negotiations can't get completed, he's got to move on to the next. A lot of fans have been wanting to see Earl Spence fight, me included. And I just want to see, man. I want to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, you guys. And yeah, man, this is Corey Lee Boxing, and you've definitely been hit with another banger. Appreciate you guys. If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate to the Cash App at Corey Lee Boxing. And I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a blessed day.